Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be testing the knitting mill from Pryms. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe, and let's dive on in. If you are new to knitting or you have never seen one of these before, this is a knitting mill, and what they are used to do is to make I-cords like this one here. This is with cotton yarn and has been made with the knitting mill from Pryms, and this is how you make one with DPN needles, and this is using a fluffier yarn because it is recommended not to use fluffy yarns with this, but we are going to test that today. So in the box you do get a couple of different things. So you get the knitting mill. The handle is not attached when you get it, so you do have to pop that in, and that's just so you can knit. You also get a weight as well, which is to use to weigh down your yarn through the middle of the machine where the I-cord comes out, just to keep your tension. And probably most importantly is you get a set of instructions. It also tells you the needle size that is used in the mill. So this is what the machine looks like up close. You have these little latch hooks, and to get started you need to make sure all of these are open. And what we are going to do is thread our yarn, and we are going to start using a cotton yarn first through this, so it slips behind the back of this plastic disc and it'll just loosely poke out here. This is the yarn I am using for reference. I've got it in this really fun buttercup yellow colour, and it is a cotton and acrylic blend. So we need to thread it through this hole here, and it will just come through like this. And what you want to do is make sure that you pull enough tail to go through the middle of the machine. And that will come poking out the bottom, and you just want to pull that all the way through. So I'm going to do myself a favour and just unravel some yarn so it doesn't get jammed, and then we are going to cast on the machine. So we are going to cast on similarly to a Sentro knitting machine where you miss every other pin. So we need to cast on this one and this one, with the yarn going over the top of these two pins here and here. We're going to just move that behind there. And what we need to do now is attach the weight to our tail end that's going through the bottom of the machine. So what I'm going to do is create a knot. I'm going to fold the yarn in half actually. So it hooks on like this, and what we need to do is let that weight drop. So for me, I'm going to have to do it so it is off the table. So I'm just going to move my camera so you can see how this is going to work. Just let this weight drop and keep it on the loop, like so. And we're going to start cranking. And this will start the process of making our I-cord. And as you'll see, this is starting to develop now. And if you end up in a position where you end up with quite a long tail here, you can just create a knot further up, so you don't have to keep hanging your arms up in the air to try and keep it off the ground. So I'm going to keep going, so I have a little bit more of a cord, and then I'm going to show you how to take it off the machine. So to cast off, what we want to do is just cut the yarn, leaving a tail. And what we're going to do is just remove the yarn, and I just try and keep it out of the way. so it doesn't get caught under the stitches. Now that one is closed, what I'm going to do is just try and pull that over the top. And then this we can just pull through now, like so. Now I'm going to dig through my bag of goodies to find a needle, just so I can cast those stitches off. So all you need to do is just pop that through there. And we just want to thread all the way through. Those stitches, which that last one tends to be the most difficult. All you've got to do is pull tight, and that is secured for you. And what you can either do is choose to cut it off here or just thread the yarn back through. And this is the bit where you can see that was not in the yarn. So what you can do is try and press that back in using the needle. If you're using this for something, just simply try and push all of those in. But also what you can do is just trim that off. So that is your finished eye cord. If I compare that to one that I have made by hand, so this was using size 4 needles, this is 3 to 3.5. You can see that this is maybe just a bit more consistent than this one is. I think it does a very, very good job. I think you just have to be careful you don't drop any stitches. But overall, I feel like this looks really, really good. So let's try using a fluffy yarn like this one in the machine. So I'm just going to do exactly the same process again, making sure all the latches are open. Pulling that through. Okay, so you can use at least the garland yarn from Hobbii, seems to work okay. And this is significantly firmer. This is really, really nice. Okay, so I'm just going to cast this one off and then we can finish up this video. So this is really, really lovely and firm. I'm really pleased with that. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe. My camera is going to die and Luna is here for a cuddle. So I am off. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one.